DDNS is short for Dynamic Domain Name Service, which is a service used to map a domain name to the dynamic IP address of a network device. QNAP NAS supports DDNS for quick access to the server on the internet by an easy-to-remember domain name instead of a lengthy IP address. Once the IP is changed, NAS will automatically update the information to the DDNS so your data is available for remote access. If your NAS is set up to use a dynamic IP address, you may register a free DDNS account from a DNS service provider and assign a unique host name for easy access to your NAS on the internet. To create a DNS account, choose a DNS service provider. QNAP NAS currently supports the following DNS service providers. For this video, I will create an account with dyndns.org as an example. So visit the website and click Sign In and create an account to register a dyndns account. Complete the form to create your free account. Then a confirmation email will be sent to your email address. Click the link in the email for confirmation. Then click Confirm Account and log into dyndns. Register a host name for your NAS. A host name is a unique name that identifies your server. Pick something you will remember. For example, fill in QNAP123 and select dyndnswork.com, then click Add to Cart. Then activate the host name. You can now log in the NAS and set up the DDNS service. To configure DDNS, log into your NAS and go to System Administration, then Network, and the DDNS. Enter the DDNS information you registered from DNS service provider. You may also schedule the NAS to update the DDNS record periodically by configuring the Check External IP Address Automatically option. After finishing the setting, the NAS will start to update the WAN IP to the DDNS provider for domain name mapping. You can now connect to the NAS by the domain name qnap123.dyndns-work.com on the internet. To check if the domain name of the NAS is correctly mapped to its WAN IP, you may visit www.mxtoolbox.com, enter the domain name for the DNS lookup, and it will return your IP address. If your NAS is located behind a NAT router, you need to open the ports of some services on the NAT router and forward these ports to the fixed LAN IP of the NAS so that you can connect to the services correctly from the internet. This function is available on most routers and is often known as port forwarding, NAT server, or virtual server. For example, I am using a Linksys router. Log into the router and go to Firewall, and under Single Port Forwarding, you can connect to the administration interface of the NAS by opening the port to 808. Here is a list of the other default port numbers. Now you can access your NAS through a domain name by the internet.